Welcome to Plugged In. I'm Tina Wells. Thanks so much for joining us. Today we have special guests, Dr. Lloyd Brown-John and Catherine Fettis, both from Canterbury Elder College. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
I'm going to start with you, Catherine. You're the program manager.
That's
and
correct.
Can you tell us about Elder College?
Sure. So Elder College is a program offered through Canterbury College, and Canterbury College is a nonprofit charitable organization. The Elder College program offers educational opportunities for those in the community who are ages 55 and better. Our classes are fun and relaxed. There is no homework, no pressure, no exams. And they are also not a big time commitment as well. So some people really enjoy that, especially if they're snowbirds or traveling a lot. They can take a class that's just one day, or they can take a class that's 3 weeks or 6 weeks, whatever fits their schedule.
Nice. Good for mind, body, and spirit.
That's right.
And Lloyd, you are the director
Yes.
of Elder College. How did you get involved?
It was a Christmas letter, one of those electronic Christmas letters. A friend in Vancouver said her husband was over working on his Elder College at Capilano University in North Vancouver. And I'd been mulling over this whole issue of, what do I do in my spare time? And I'd often said if I had an opportunity and somebody offered a course about tying fish flies, I would take a course.
You have spare time? I'm
Well,
just saying.
well, not anymore, I surely don't have. But it all came about through this Christmas letter, and one thing led to the next, and the principal of Canterbury College, Gordon Drake, was out at our house on New Year's Eve, and I said, Gord, I've got a great idea for you. And by this point, I'd acquired a booklet from Elder College in North Vancouver. And I gave it to him, and he looked at it, and he said, my goodness, this will fit in with Canterbury's mission statement. And so I did a business plan and presentation to the board, and one thing led to the next. And then ultimately, we sort of said, well, how do we launch this? What do we do? And so I talked to my friend Walter Schmarantz at Peely Island Winery and said,
Yes.
Walter, I need some help. And he said, whatever you want. And so we held an event at the winery in February of 2011.
He's so great like that. Thank you, Walter.
Yes, Walter is a great community supporter. And so we held this event, and I thought, well, who will show up? And Walter even agreed to pay for some advertising with me, which was
Nice.
very generous of him. And we had over 200 people show up, and including the late Bruce Crozier, who was MPP at the time, who took one look at this massive crowd of people who showed up, and he said, there's a need for this. So that was the first one. We had a second one at Hiram Walker's Reception Center in Windsor. And later years, Tom Bain was at one of our Canterbury Elder College functions. And I said, Tom, you get a distillery or a brewery or a winery up in your neighborhood, we'll have a meeting in Lakeshore. Well, we have since launched in Lakeshore. We do have courses in Lakeshore.
Wonderful.
In every community in Essex County. So it's blossomed from a vague idea into something that I think we had about close to 1,300 people registered in courses.
Amazing. Catherine, how do you get donations and such for Elder College?
Well, as a charitable organization, we are able to take in donations and give a receipt for them. We have a link on our website that allows people to do that. As well, we do talk about it in our promotional materials. Any support we receive is always very much appreciated.
And Lloyd, if someone would like to propose a course, be a course manager, what's the protocol for that?
Oh, it's really fun. I'll give you an example. I said to somebody the other day, if somebody came along and said, gee, I'd like to do a course on ketchup, we could do it. We could put it together and work with you to develop a course on ketchup.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do it, we've got courses on model railroads. We've got history courses. Because people have an idea. They say, well, I have a hobby. I have an interest. I have something I think I'd like to share with other people. Say, great, let's make a course out of it. And doing that is literally coming up with an idea and saying, I'm interested in dead trees. Could you do a course in dead? Yep, we could do a course in dead trees. But we work with you to develop that. And what happens is sometimes these really unexpected courses turn out to be enormously popular. We had one with the Butcher of Kingsville that we kept filling up and filling up. Our course on the Lake Erie fisheries kept filling up and filling up because you didn't go out, but you got to be on a fish boat and you got to learn about the fisheries of Lake Erie. And sometimes the most unexpected things result in great courses. So we've had a lot of fun, and I think the thing that makes it also very interesting from my point of view is it's totally creative. We had a course this spring on, or this autumn, pardon me, on the Dead Sea Scrolls, but we've also had them on Boblo, on the history of Boblo, and we've had them on, wineries. The fire department in Kingsville did a course for us. We've had them at the brewery, at Walkerville Brewery. My favorite this year, by the way, was the one on craft beer and ribs, which we held in Levy.
Saw that.
That was a great course.
And your course managers don't necessarily have to run the course. They can just get people to come in and do it, correct?
That's right. And it doesn't even have to be the same person. You could theoretically say, I want a course on something or other, and you go out and get 3 different people to do 3 different segments of that course. And that happens. We had a wonderful course on, it involved the Romanau water treatment plant, sewage treatment plant. And that was done by 3 people in different ways. So what we like to work with is the idea that we're very flexible. We're flexible when we do stuff. We don't do stuff at night. There are no night courses. And we do some of the things on Saturdays. But on the whole, we're very flexible, and we can accommodate people. If you need to change the time, change the date, we do it.